Hello there. I welcome you to this statement and expressions tutorial of C programming language. We have studied some sections of C programming together. Now we will study statements and expressions. Statements and expressions form the core logic of a program. Now, what is a statement, or how many types of statements are there? So I have described them here. There is something called label statement. There is something called selection statement, iteration statement, and jump statement. So we have 4 different types of statements, and they serve different purposes. For example, label statement is like case or default in a switch. A case or default helps you select a particular case, which helps you in selection of one of the cases, or if none of the cases are matched, then you can select a default one. And goto special is different than case or default label, because case or default can be there inside only a switch, while goto's label can be placed anywhere. It can jump anywhere, but not across functions. That is illegal. That is bad. Similarly, we have selection statements, if and switch. Given a series of inputs or given a series of conditions, you would like to choose certain logics for execution. For example, say I ask the user to input a month, and if he enters between 11, 12 or 1 and 2, then I say, well, it is winter. If he enters between 3 and 4, then I say it is spring. And if he says between 5 and 6, 7, then I say it is summer. So how will I print different messages depending on the input is what we can achieve through if and switch. These are also called control flow statements, if and switch. Iteration statements are for, while and do while, as I have discussed in past. Iteration statements iterate over a sequence and they can be nested. Go to, continue, break and return are jump statements. That is, say you have a piece of program, then the execution typically happens line by line, but these 4 statements make you jump from here to there. Now we see what is an expression. An expression is a sequence of operators and operands that specifies computation of a value. For example, c is equal to a plus b, x is equal to y multiplied by z, or designates an object. For example, array A, struct F, and so on, or a function, function sort, function read file, void read file. If you really want to be more close to syntax, void read file, and then you pass a file pointer to that, or that generates side effect. For example, postfix increment. or that performs a combination thereof, or any combination of these operations. For example, I say array and then subscript operator, that is bracket, I say I plus plus. So you have got a side effect and you have got an designation of an object. So it's a combination. So I plus plus is an expression. I will not go much detail in this theory because the real work or the real behavior, how these behave, we will see when we deal with the code. Thanks for listening to me. Happy coding.